Not really.
Thanks for your time. Do appreciate it.
Later, boys.
Oh, that was
God, it's
You
genius.
know how to get rid of him.
That's
though,
genius.
So much. He'll stay for a minute.
I think that's awesome.
I was really just wanted to say hello, but I don't know, Mike. I think it's a good thing that you got rid of the ticket. I put it in Gordo's Discord that, I wouldn't mind, all of you guys kind of quitting and making content on your own because, like, I would think that the comp is kind of like Barstool. So I guess here's a question: do you think that there's a level of complacency at the ticket that just like the way that the shows have been the same way for the past 20 years, and there's not really anything to develop? Because I've asked Jeff whenever I was an engineer to add like a visual component or, live streams, YouTube content, actually being able to watch the April Fool's Open, that kind of thing. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'd love to do video content on events like that, like April Fool's Open would have been a perfect one to do some streaming from. As far as like the shows having a video camera or a 3-camera setup in studio, like a lot of radio shows, I know Mike and Mike had that for a while. Dan Patrick, I don't even know if his is a radio show anymore, whether it's just a TV show, but there's been talk of that on and off for years, and we've always been categorically against that. The Musers have. I don't know if the other shows have taken a stance on it or not, but I particularly don't like video when we're doing radio. It's just like distracting to me. Even this is strange, and I'm trying to get used to it. I love just having the audio, and I just can focus on what's going through this microphone is the only thing I have to worry about.
Right, but like you see that, like you're kind of saying that terrestrial radio is kind of dying in a sense, but whenever you see companies like Barstool go from non-existent whenever the ticket started, and then go from being a gambling rag essentially to adding digital components to their podcast and being bought by a huge corporation like Penn and being worth $500 million, basically by copying y'all's format of just being relatable people who just talk normal shit, have guests on, just have a good time and then add in fun stuff. Like they literally do what's called Rough and Rowdy, which is basically Fight Night at Ticket Stock. I mean, not Ticket Stock, but just Fight Night. It's the exact same thing, but they pop it up and they sell it as pay-per-view and then make loads of money off of it.
Right.
So it feels like y'all have that. Y'all have the talent. This would be a way to expand, to give the little guys like a way of actually like, I don't know. Whenever you do Twitch content and YouTube and sell sponsorships, you have a lot more ways to like have revenue for like the little guys.
No, that's an interesting idea of, the ticket is, I know and I wish Kat was on here to explain this, but it's like one of the,
That'd be great.
it's the top.
Yeah, I know it's a big corporation and there's a lot of hoops to jump through, but
Yeah, but it's like the top non-air spot revenue generator station certainly in DFW. The ticket, like, through Fight Night and through all these other things, makes a lot of money that way to cover their bills. The ticket's very expensive to run. That's the other thing is compare us to like a music station where you have like 3 people who work on the air and then you have 10 salespeople. I mean, the staff overhead at the ticket is ungodly. I mean, there are so many people that work there. And the ticket has had to monetize a lot of things that aren't just selling commercials in order to cover our bills. But you're right in that there are other opportunities. And the one thing that I would be worried about if we started doing, and I'm not as familiar with Barstool as you apparently are. I mean, obviously you've heard of them and know of them, but don't know exactly what incarnation they're in right now and how that looks. But if something gets so big that they're bought by a mega corporation, you do run the risk of something changing fundamentally that has made the ticket what the ticket is, which is, I think we all did. And I know what you're saying, like, it's been the same thing for a while, which is a terrestrial radio station that's homegrown, that's staffed by people who grew up here. You can grow it so big that it pulls apart from its own escape velocity as it gets bigger and bigger and expands.
But also, do you feel like it's eventually going to die out anyway? Because, like, I mean, you're losing guys like Mike and Danny and other people, and there's not necessarily these opportunities. Like, I mean, with not necessarily like inflation and just like the cost of living going up, and there's not really a way to like live comfortably and do the job. So, like, how does this continue?
Yeah, no. As far as the economics, I don't know that part of it. So,
But is that a luxury to not know? I'll ask you this, Gordon. What do you think about your brothers and sisters who work at the ticket and, you know, literally make, I would say, an offensively low amount of money?
what do I think about it?
Yeah, I guess. And if the answer is
See
I
a
don't think
see a
about it, which,
cool hand coop.
welcome to America, because that's the answer. Is I don't think about it because it's fucking lovely to make what I make.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to get you maximized again.
Completely deserved. But I mean, let's go back to Jeremy Moran, who makes 37 grand a year. Oh God, I'm being a dick. I'm sorry. Go.
He makes 37 grand a year.
Give or take.
Are you announcing this? Like this is something you know?
No, but that literally is like I'm trying to defend the people. Look, I'm out. I'm leaving. So yes, while I leave, I'm going to yell about the people who I care about. It's obscene.
Right.
You know, that's actually unfair. I'm sorry I did that to you.
Well, I mean, it's, you know, no, because here's the thing. I mean, obviously it's uncomfortable because everyone will just get mad. I mean, they'll get mad at the ticket. They'll start yelling about Norm again. They'll start, you know, everyone has ideas how everyone needs to just quit their job, turn over their money to someone else, do all this. It's so easy to, you know, make these decisions on the outside. I'm work at the station. And I don't know the finances. I don't know. I didn't know what you made. I don't know what Jer makes.
Right, but the people who make good money or respectable money, it's a luxury of them not to know what the people who are working pretty hard.
Well, no, wait a second. So there's no doubt that you're working pretty hard, but to say that it's a luxury not to know what someone makes at the station, I don't understand that logic.
Have you asked or ever cared what your support staff makes annually?
I don't know what anyone up there makes other than
because you don't care, and it's not your fault. And I'm not again.
No, I think you're trying to get to a conclusion that I don't agree with. I mean, you're trying to say that I don't have any interest in what other people make because I don't care about them. That's not true. I can tell you that.
Well, do you care what your support staff makes?
I care that they are happy. Yes, I care that they are happy. I do not care to know their personal finances. If they wanted to come and talk to me about it, that's one thing. But the idea that I'm going to throw Fernando up against the wall and say, hey, you tell me what you make now. You know why? Compassion. He's like, I don't feel comfortable talking about how much I make. No. And I slap him a few times. You don't understand compassion, man.
Well, I think it's best that we celebrate a great night of Twitch streaming, and I'd be done with this.
No,
like, because it's incredibly complex, but then we're decoding America, which is, hey, I make this, I make that. I don't care what you fucking make. Like, you deserve it. But my departing thought is that I care about the people who don't make shit that actually contribute to something that is fucking amazing.
Okay.
And
well, you act like I'm disagreeing with you here. I'm just saying that I don't understand how you're getting to this thing about how if I cared about human beings, then I need to know their salary. And I don't know I'm telling you that, and maybe this is a blind spot of mine. Hold it.
Sucks.
maybe it's a blind spot of mine, but like I cared tremendously about my father, and I never knew what he made. I cared tremendously about my friends. I don't know what they make. Like, I didn't know that that's the thing that you're supposed to do if you work closely with someone.
Is it not a good lesson for all of us to say that even if you're on top of the fucking mountain, which, Jesus, Gordon, if anyone deserves to be on top of it, and you should be, not at the ticket, but, you know, you're fucking Gordon Keith. You should be, whatever you should be making.
All right.
But there's people who've worked pretty fucking hard.
Yes, we love the people who work hard, and I hope that they are taken care of.
Nothing. Well, they're not.
So, yeah. So there you go.
So,
Mike
are you
Soroy.
going to fight for it, or are you going to say, hey, I'm going to look the other way, you know? Jeremy's a bad motherfucker. And
So who do I fight? So tell me how all this works. You say the thing, and then I do the thing.
Well, I would say if the three of you walked in and said, Jeremy Moran's a bad motherfucker, and he deserves 10%
here's the thing. I've never heard Jeremy, he's never talked to me about money. He's never said that, hey, you guys are screwing me over, or the station's screwing me over, or Soroy shouldn't make more than me. Why does Soroy get more than me? He's never said anything to this effect. And to act like I have somehow not cared about Jeremy because he's never even brought this up, it's never crossed my field. He's never brought it up.
Luxury for it.
Well, you can frame it as it's a luxury, but it's also, how am I? You're saying it's on me to compel Jer to approach me to talk about his money.
You're literally my fucking hero. Like, I'm not saying it's on you.
Right.
But at some point, when you structure America, it is on the people who make a shitload of money to actually give a fuck and take care of the people who make less money.
Okay.
So,
all right. So
they can also not do shit and say, hey, we bring in everything, which you do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look, I'm coming at this from the standpoint of someone who's on the lowest level. Of
like when you found out,
yes,
if you did find out, so how when did Jared tell you what he made?
He didn't tell me shit. I guessed that number. I'm not.
So you've got a made up situation that you're now litigating.
Okay, if you want to throw numbers, yes, I promise you, he does not make.
But you had Jeremy.
And what I make is fucking embarrassing.
Right. Did you ever?
If you really want to throw it out, it doesn't matter, dude. I don't know. Look, my brother's texting me, probably telling me to shut the fuck up.
Well, you're a little drinky. That's okay.
Look,
it happens. Hey, you're mad about America, and
I'm not mad about America.
And I didn't do something right, and I'm trying.
And who make a fraction of what?
Mm-hmm.
How do we ever get here? Because I don't you deserve double what you fucking make. Jesus, I'm sorry. I think we're done.
All right, so let's see. Gordo.
This has been exciting.
Stop,
right?
Gordo. This is BS. What is? Hold on a second. This is fantastic. Raw is war. Drinky crowin. What does this mean? Just like Gordo, you don't have to answer his question. What's his question? Let's see. Mike, Gordo is too smart for you, man. Oh,
that's actually true.
Doesn't make any sense. It's not on the employees to sacrifice for the coworkers. I don't know.
Agreed.
That's the thing, though. But it felt like you're putting me in the position of, okay, I'm the one who needs to fix corporate.
I don't need to do that. I really don't.
And I don't know this kind of stuff. All I know is that, hey, when we had to take pay cuts and everyone at the staff had to take pay cuts because we were doing COVID came through and we were all being furloughed. You know, we try to help out people when we know that there's an issue. And at that time, we knew that there was an issue of that we were all having to take pay cuts. And I know we personally gave out some money, as you mentioned earlier in the Twitch stream. I wouldn't have brought this up had you not said it. But, you know, I know that we worked for free for half a month or longer, wasn't it? A month? I can't remember.
But I heard you were against that. Is that true or not?
That I was against that?
Yeah.
No, this is what I'm against. And this goes to the misplaced anger here, which it sounded like you were getting mad at me, or I don't know what was happening
no
there.
Anger. But I
Yeah,
mean, there
so
was a,
what? Let me ask you, why would I?
Tier 1 discussion about it, and some people were not really into it, but whatever. I don't care, dude.
Do you not care?
Hey, look, I'm gone, so yes, I don't care.
Okay, all right.
Well, tell us then.
Well, so this is my take on it. There's something wrong if the company, corporate, keeps doing the, well, we're out of money, and so we're going to start hurting people by cutting their pay. They're going to start furloughing people. So, in other words, they can redistribute everything by just saying, hey, we're going to start holding a gun to Gordon's head until George pays him some money, or to Craig until he pays Donovan some money. When you start making coworkers and fellow employees responsible for what other people get, like you're trying to advocate for, I need to go in and negotiate for you or Craig or Donovan or whatever. I need to get in the middle of your personal finances. That's an uncomfortable situation to be in. And for the company to do that to its workers, I think is unfair. There's everyone up there is all for helping out their fellow coworkers. What I think is unproductive is that the company forces you to help out your coworker or your friend.
Agree.
So the idea that you have and that corporate has is, I want to have this Lord of the Flies, everyone battling each other. You know, hey, Gordon, you need to go in there and you need to stand up for Corby. You need to go in there and you need to negotiate for so-and-so. I think that sounds good when you've got a few drinks in you and, you know, you're like trying to, I'm getting worked up about something. And it also sounds good to corporate when it's like, hey, you guys, you want to make some money, Corby? All right. Well, go ask George. Y'all work it out. You get back to me. And it's like, oh no. The company abdicating its responsibility to negotiate in good faith with each person individually. I don't think you should let them get away with that. This is not just the ticket. I mean, this is any company I'm talking about. I probably shouldn't be using the ticket as the example. Yeah. But yeah, any coworkers like that, you know, you'll get into it with cash, you know, because there will be somebody there who won't be making as much as you are.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about that?
What you going to do about it?
I mean, don't you want to be a good person?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to quit and go try to figure it out on my own.
And then come back to the ticket because you're like, man, this is just too much pressure over here. All right, let's see what people are saying here. Let's see. 1,000% agree with Mike's perspective. And Mike's perspective is what?
I don't remember.
That we need to take people aside. Like you're talking about, at least we can just limit it to our show, can't we? You wouldn't make us be responsible for promotions and like how far are you? How far are you trying to get this? How far did you do it? I mean, I don't know. Did you get involved with what the promotions people were making and whether or not you thought that was fair?
Is that the swerve you just pulled that I should be responsible for the promo people are making?
No. I'm saying like, or would you just limit to your show? Like if you found out that Donovan was making less than Norm, would you go in and first of all ask Donovan? Would you ask Donovan what he makes?
Deserves everything that he's got. Ask those Donovan.
Okay, but what if there was a disparity between those two?
Well, there is a disparity between those two.
But did you ever stand up for Donovan or Norm, whichever one was making less at the time?
This is the funniest. This is the most Gordon shit. Okay, hold on. So your question is, did I ever stand up for Donovan in his disparity with Norm income?
Or between you and
that to tier 4 shitheads.
There's no tier system. I thought you said that was a joke. Okay,
your show.
They're saying okay, so this is a straw man to stand up for. What is this? God, this is moving. Is there a way to make this go slower?
Against Norm.
Is there? I bet this says. I bet Norm makes way more than Donnie. See, this is what happens when you talk money.
Lean into the chat. Here we go.
Yeah, let's see. Mike's perspective is that the ticket doesn't proportionally pay its talent. So yeah, to address that, what do you think of that?
I think you guys deserve 90, 95%. And more than that. And we, the underling shitbirds, deserve probably 25, 30% more than whatever the fuck we're making. Because the ticket, as you described, is set up in a way that some people provide more than their cumulus job, fucking whatever
okay, wait. So I need to make this clear because I feel like I have not explained what I'm talking about. This says I'm obfuscating. So tell me what you think that I've said, Mike, since I'm communicating with you and maybe I haven't been clear.
I guess I don't understand the question.
What's that?
My bottom line is
it just feels like this feels just like a lot of emotion.
You literally are the ticket.
Okay. But people in here are mad at me.
Working pretty hard.
People in our chat on this are upset. I've done something wrong, and I'm trying to figure out what this is here.
No, they're fine. They're gonna follow you. They're gonna subscribe.
No, but here it says I'm being an ass.
No, don't read them.
No, these are people who came here because they like us too, and I mean, there's some positive ones here, but then there's these people who are really somehow I've done something here or not done something.
Nothing. You've done nothing.
No, I wanted a chance to correct it. I mean, I'm willing to listen to what people have to say to figure out how I've made them upset. I mean, my take is I want the people who work at the ticket to be happy, and I want them to feel like they are getting what they deserve. But I'm also in the position of I feel uncomfortable getting between them and their employer. Does that make any sense?
Yes, but that is the structure that allows good people to get fucking paid dick shit for their entire lives. That is what it is. And it's when the people who have a very loud voice don't care or don't say shit because they're being well taken care of, which they should in your case. They don't say shit. Mm-hmm. So if you don't create value for Jeremy Moran, then Jeremy Moran doesn't have value, and he just stews in his income level, which is fucking embarrassing.
Okay.
So, but if the powerful people who are worthy of the money and make a shitload of money, which is, please don't take any thought that you don't. I don't think you do. You guys run this shit. But there are people who work pretty fucking hard and show up pretty fucking early every single day and stay 2 hours later than you that are getting fucked. And if somebody stood up for them and said, hey, this is a valuable person.
Okay, but listen, Mike, Mike, I'm just saying that Jeremy has never come to me and said that he's getting fucked.
Okay, well, I'm doing it for him.
Okay, so, but maybe we can talk off the air because I don't know that he wants a salary on the air. So you're saying that you know what he makes and he feels like he is not making enough. And so you're standing up for him, but it seems like, I mean, this is putting me in a strange situation where I'm like, I don't know any of this stuff. You're coming to me and saying, this is a huge problem. And Gordon, why haven't you done anything about it? And I was like, I didn't know it was that there was a problem.
Only it's you and I on this stream, and we're having a chat.
No, I mean we got a few people, and I've obviously.
I'm not pinning it all on you.
Gordon needs to stop humoring this S. Well, I don't think it's S. I mean, I think you're bringing up,
But have you ever spent a day thinking about, hey, the people under me, how are they doing? Are they okay? Are they happy? Do they have a fair wage for their contributions to, what we provide?
I hope.
And have you spent that time? Have you ever looked in the mirror and said, hey,
okay, all right, you sound like you're angry at me, and so we'll
no, I don't.
We'll move on. We'll see if we can get some other questions here, because I think we've given this enough time. You've had your say, and I'm obviously unable to express my feelings of this. I love Jeremy. I love Mike. I love our team. I love George, and I love Craig. And I don't know what any of those guys make. I have an idea of George and Craig just because we are together. And they've never asked me. They've never expressed discomfort with what they've made. They never said the ticket is screwing me over. They've never done any of that, Mike.
No,
I mean, but you're putting me in a situation here to where, Gordon, answer these charges. Answer them now.
Well,
do you ever look in the mirror and ask yourself, do you even care about another human being? I mean, that seems a little unfair to me. Come on, Mike.
Okay, I don't mean.
I mean,
to
you can go ahead.
Put it on you, and I don't. But again, it's you and I talking right now, and I'm out the door. So, yes, I'm going to present these questions, and yes, it may be a little gratuitous to say, "Have you asked this?
Have you ever looked in the mirror and said to yourself, do you care about people you work with?"
Okay, that's fair, and I don't mean to imply that that's your responsibility, but I
what?
Will say, look around, and there's people who are.
All right, so let's see what else we got.
Scraping it together, and I feel like provide a good amount of support for what you do.
Okay, let's see what else we got. Maybe we have somebody has something else to say. Okay, I'm still talking about Jeremy. Maybe I need to get Jeremy on here instead of you talking about how his situation. He can talk about it. I need to get past all this stuff.
At a minimum, this is fun.
Is it? Okay.
Right?
No, it's great fun. All right.
People are engaged and interested, right?
Yeah, but it's like, let's see what else we got. I mean, you're doing what? This is moving way too fast. This is why we need a moderator,
Yeah. Damn it, Huey.
People asking what happened to the fate of man. What happened to that thing? Did you ever get that back?
No. I hope soon.
Here, you can keep talking while I go through and try to find us something here.
I'll do a live spot here for.
How are you guys doing? Did you kill Barry Bunch? Can we get another tour of Dallas from Gordon? Let's play some marbles. These shows going down. Do a liner for the musers. What are your plans for your Twitch stream? We kind of already talked about that. There's really no plans. It was just to get on here and have some fun. That's the plan.
Question, Gordo.
Yeah, sure.
Don't look at the chat anymore.
Why?
And I'm drunk, and I probably should be done with this.
No, I mean.
But I did this yesterday, right? So
it's a feel-good show.
Yesterday was the day I quit the ticket.
Yeah.
And it was fucking hard. It was tricky.
Mm-hmm.
And it was at night, and I took a shower, and I got out of the shower, and I stood in front of my bathroom mirror, fully nude,
mm-hmm.
and I had my hands on my hips, and I was just staring at myself. And then I got to thinking, it's probably a good idea that once a year, that every man or woman stand there and give yourself a good 15 minutes of just staring at your nude self in the mirror and taking a deep breath and reassessing your existence. And I did that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually shockingly emotional. But that's my advice to everyone watching, is that stand in front of your bathroom mirror by yourself.
And look at yourself for 15 minutes.
Yes.
Huh.
And look yourself in the eye. And generally it's reserved for when I'm on mushrooms, where you lean into the mirror and like look at yourself. But I don't think we do it enough. Yes, you look at yourself and like, hey, how do I look? How's this outfit?
Mm-hmm.
But I think take a fucking deep breath, and in the nude helps. And look at yourself and take as much time as you can and just really reassess where you're at in life.
Uh-huh.
I found it fascinating, and I found it actually quite therapeutic.
And what'd you learn? What were some of your insights?
You know what? Here you go. I'm an emotional guy, and I had a cry. I was listening to a song that was impactful to me. But I think that's a level of introspection that I don't think, not that they're not capable of, but most people don't do. And I took a moment and I looked at myself in the nude. The nude part was coincidental. And just deep breaths and look at yourself and reassess where you're at in your life. And for me, on the day that I left my favorite fucking thing in the world, which is the ticket, it was pretty fucking profound.
Mm-hmm.
That's my whole statement.
Well, that's interesting advice. Have you ever
done that?
Looked at myself nude in the mirror?
Well, you're not staring at your dong, your gigantic dong. Like, that's not the point.
Uh-huh.
It's not about... But it's more just take a moment and actually reassess where you stand in life. And, like, this is a huge chapter changing in my life.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
But it's exciting, too, isn't it?
Being nude actually, like, helps it because, like, this is me. Like, this is the real me.
Right.
Yeah, but you haven't done that. You guys are all too cool to do that shit, but...
We're too cool to look in the mirror at ourselves.
Oh, nice try.
What?
In the nude.
In the nude, yeah.
Yourself and actually reassess your position.
And you're talking about beyond physically. You're talking about thinking about your life and where you are in life.
Yes.
And
yeah, but physically is part of it. But it's more about, I don't know, reassessing yourself and actually like taking a look at yourself in a fucking mirror. You know, if you don't get it, you don't get it, and that's fine.
No, I think it's a great exercise to do that. It's interesting. What's that?
That doesn't feel genuine.
No, I think it's a great exercise to look at yourself in the mirror and look at your own body, appreciate yourself.
Yes, but the physical part is not
But as far as assessing yourself, where you are in life, you're saying that there's an added element when you're naked in front of
I had a moment yesterday where I did that. Yeah, and it felt pretty fucking good. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Do we have anything else? We have 4 more minutes.
Right back to the chat.
Yeah, we got 4 more minutes here. I was just trying to see if anybody else wanted to chime in. I was trying to make this a little interactive. See if we can grab a couple questions. Did you see anything in the chat that you wanted to comment on? Somebody asking if we wanted Pringles cans.
I'm in enough trouble.
Well, you're not in any trouble. I mean, you've left the station, so
I have, and if we don't have a chance to do it before you cut me off and we're done, which so I would not blame you. I have not so I knew I was leaving, and I had a meeting with Kat, and Kat was like, "All right, hey, this is how we have to handle this," and I was already like fucking on edge because I'm like, how the fuck? You don't tell me how I'm going to handle this. But then I was like, well, who the fuck am I to think I have some things to say? That's not the point. The point is the ticket is fucking amazing, and I'm honored and so lucky to have had the little mini fucking run that I have. And I'm just lucky to have been there for as long as I have, and now I'm moving on. And it's all good. But to say that if you're somewhere and you're like, oh, now these are my complaints, and I want to yell at you about money, and I'm fucking embarrassed. I'm sorry I even did that. It doesn't fucking matter. The ticket's been nothing but incredible to me and given me like some life and existence that I'd never had otherwise, and I'll never have again. And I'm nothing but appreciative. So, yeah, I'm sorry that sometimes it manifests itself in like, oh, these are my fucking gripes of the night. But they're just gripes of the night. They're not real. The truth is, the ticket is fucking incredible, and I'm lucky to have been a part of it for as long as I have, and that kind of it.
Well, thanks for coming on tonight, spending your Saturday with me.
Eventful, right?
Huh? It was. I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we.
What are you most mad at me for? Are we good?
We're fine. Everything's fine, Mike. I'm about to go look at myself in the mirror while naked.
Dude, the biggest bush. The biggest bush.
You got the biggest bush?
No, I bet you are so unmaintained. I'm sorry, but you are. It's unmaintained. It's huge.
Oh, all right.
Say yes or no.
Well, we'll see. No, I actually am a fan of the manscaping, but.
No, you're not.
Okay. All right. How's Christina?
Don't make it an awkward departure.
I'm not. I'm saying I'm thanking you and saying I'm about to go look in the mirror.
Do you think I did bad? I'm sorry.
You're fine, Mike.
No, I feel like this is bad.
No, you gave a very nice speech there, a sweet wrap up. I liked it. I thought it was good.
Are you happy with tonight's content on your Twitch stream?
Yeah, I need to see. I'd love to be able. I can go back and read these chats, right? Like I can go back and read the whole chat, can't I? I don't know enough about this to know.
I gotta go before I get in trouble.
You're gonna get in trouble at home?
No, not at home, but just I feel like I've said what I have to say. So, hey,
well,
Jeremy's awesome. Norman Donovan are awesome. Gordon, with all the shit we've talked about, you probably won't believe me, but you're literally my hero. I think you're the funniest motherfucker on the planet. And I'm sorry that if we went sideways a couple times, but all good.
It's all good. That's a great final statement. It's all good. Well, thank you, Mike.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for being here, and thanks for the P1s. And hopefully, I can go back and read the chat and see what everybody had to say. And hopefully, everybody else had a good time too. Who knows? They're fun. All right, next Saturday, you going to tune into that one?
Who you got? Who you fucking got?
I think I'm
Joe Lecce?
No, I think I'm just by myself next Saturday.
It's gonna be.
Huh?
I don't know.
Yeah, it probably won't be good, but at least I'll try it. I mean, I can try it.
We didn't have any pictures, anything I'm supposed to react to.
No, we didn't have it this time. Maybe next time.
Loaded with content.
All righty, Mike.
I love you, buddy.
Okay, see you later. Take care. Thanks to all the P1s who hopped on the chat and who were over in the Discord. And hopefully everybody had a decent time. Thank you guys for being here. I love you.